Bismillah wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa ala. In the name of Allah, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon His final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his companions, and all those who follow him until the day of judgment. Alhamdulillah, by the favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have been going through briefly just the text, not the explanation. There might be some notes, but mainly focusing on the text itself of the book Hilya Talib al-Ilm, the etiquettes for the seekers of knowledge, or the seeker of knowledge, written by the author Bakr Abi Zayd rahimahullah. We alhamdulillah did chapter 1, which deals with the seeker of knowledge and his etiquettes dealing with himself. And then we also completed chapter 2, which is the etiquette of the seeker of knowledge, and the methodology, the methodology of the student of knowledge. Right, the methodology of the student of knowledge. And last, we arrived at chapter 3. So currently we are in chapter 3 on the etiquettes of the seeker of knowledge with his Shaikh, with his teacher, with his mentor. And we alhamdulillah are on section number 20 we're going to cover inshallah section number 20 and section number 21. Section number 20 is the Shaykh's enthusiasm in the lesson. This number 1 is dependent upon the seeker of knowledge. The seeker of knowledge and his or her capacity to listen. Number 1, like the attentiveness. Number 2 is the frame of mind. Is the seeker of knowledge, is the student of knowledge mentally present in that, in mentally engaging that information that is being projected towards them. Also, the seekers of this is also dependent on the responsiveness during the lesson, right? Is the student responsive, or is the student just there passively listening, and towards the middle of the lesson he is thinking about when is this lesson going to end? So that is very important, because that may affect the delivery of the Shaykh. If the Shaykh notices that the student of knowledge is not listening, or if the Shaykh notices that the student of knowledge is, his mindset is somewhere else, then that affects the delivery of the Shaykh. Also, and point number 2 that the author said is, be careful of being a tool, right, or being a tool for cutting off the knowledge of the Shaykh by laziness, by slacking, right, by slouching, right, and by, again, wandering in the lesson. Al-Khatib al-Baghdadi rahimahullah said, the right benefit should be given to the zealous seeker, the zealous wanter, the one who has a clear objective of about what he or she is seeking. He said, and it should not present it except to a person who's interested in it. So the muhaddith, if he sees slackness from the listener, he should become silent. Al-Khatib al-Baghdadi rahimahullah, Al-Khatib al-Baghdadi rahimahullah narrated from Zayd ibn Wahb, who said that Abdullah ibn Mas'ud radiallahu ta'ala anhu said, narrate to the audience as long as they glance at you. Right? So eye contact is extremely important. Knowledge. And this is, I'm speaking to myself, and it's just for all of us to benefit, inshallah. That when a student of knowledge is attentive in the lesson, he comes prepared and he comes ready to learn, as if it would be the last time that he or she is going to engage in seeking knowledge, right? So therefore he should do eye contact. He should be attentively listening, right? And in that way you're also somewhat, you become the motivation for the Shaykh to continue teaching. So Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said, narrate to the audience as long as they glance with their eyes. And if you see slackness, then stop. So this is point number 20. The Shaykh's consideration, right? And being the Shaykh's enthusiasm in the lesson. Now point number 21, writing. Writing what the Shaykh says during the lesson or revision. This differs between Shaykh and Shaykh. Some teachers, some Shaykhs, some instructors prefer for you to attentively listen to the lecture. Right? And because when you're writing, some students might not be fast writers, right? So they might miss something extremely important in the lesson. Now, so this differs between Shaykh and Shaykh. So one has to know the etiquettes of communicating to the Shaykh. You know, Shaykh, do you mind if I take notes? Right? That's number one. Right? Getting the okay, getting the blessings, right, from the Shaykh. And then, you know, this is just out of adab. You can assume, no, the Shaykh would not mind. Alhamdulillah, no, the Shaykh is just adab. Now, even, this is just a side note, right? Even if you know that the Shaykh doesn't mind, and you know that there are other students there are new students, then as an older student, you should teach them indirectly, right? By saying, come, let's ask the Shaykh if it's okay to write the lessons. Even though you know the answer, but you want the other student to learn the adab and the etiquettes, okay? And last is that after notifying the Shaykh, you must write in your notes, right, that these notes were derived from from the notes that you did. This writing are derived from the notes that you took during the lessons, you know, of such Shaykh, right? In order for you to make it clear, right? Because some people might just publish the notes, alhamdulillah, and that's a good thing, right? That's a great thing, alhamdulillah. There's benefit for both the student and the Shaykh, but it should be notified. It should be written in the notes. Even you write the date of when you wrote it, so that it can be on record, inshallah. Because we want to have preciseness, inshallah, and put all the correct information. So these are the 2 points of today. One is, being the Shaykh's enthusiasm in the lesson by listening, by having the correct frame of mind, and by being responsive in the lesson. And two, being careful, being the tool of cutting off his knowledge by slacking and by having your mind wander in different places, right? And then last is that if you're going to write the notes, if you're going to take notes, if you're going to write notes, if you're going to type notes, if you're going to post notes, is that all of this you communicate to the Shaykh, inshallah, so that you can respect his position, bi'idhnillah ta'ala. And he might say, don't, just, even the same thing with recording. Shaykh, can I record? Shaykh, mumkin, can I record, Shaykh? And you just ask permission. So I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us all with applying and practicing these manners, inshallah. And may Allah bless us with the opportunity to be under and to learn from the great scholars and imams and sheikhs that are out there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless them, bless their families, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with being true students of knowledge, inshallah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with being true teachers, inshallah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us our shortcomings. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all of those who are making efforts. Barakallahu fikum, Ustaz Dr. Muthanna, Assalamu alaikum. Muhammad Abu Uthman, Assalamu alaikum. Hafid Qari Ahmed, Assalamu alaikum, Barakallahu fikum, mashallah. Assalamu alaikum, Emmanuel Edwin, mashallah. So we have, mashallah, Ustaz Dr. Muthanna from Sugarland, Akhi Muhammad Abu Uthman from Chicago, I would say from Rockford, right? And then we have Qari Ahmed, mashallah, from Houston. And then we have Edwin Nieves, mashallah, from Cleveland. Barakallahu fikum. May Allah bless you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.